What's up, everybody? It's your favorite lightsaber thrower's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the SH Figuarts Last Jedi Luke, or as I like to call him, Disgruntled Luke, the killer of childhoods. Your childhood is fine. You're acting like a child now. I love this Luke. That video is still coming on how I think the portrayal of him in The Last Jedi saves that movie, saves that character, and more. But I'm really taking my time with that one, so hopefully it'll be worth the wait. This guy does come with a fair amount of accessories, however that is also part of the issue with this guy. Let's go ahead and get started. And we'll start right at my main complaint, which is he comes with two relaxed hands, both gloved and ungloved. You find yourself wanting more hands for this guy, because ultimately it becomes difficult to have any sort of engaging pose with him, and that's a bit of a bummer. He had a walking staff, it would have been nice to have given that to him, and then a holding hand for it. He comes with this kyber crystal necklace. It's a little strange that this was kind of given so much sort of attention in the marketing material and promo material kind of beforehand, as like teasing stuff, some of the information leaked about it, and then really had no like big deal in the film, so that was a bit of a bummer, but he does come with it. And then he also comes with the compass, once again one of those things that was kind of a big deal in marketing material and not in the film. He comes with one open and one closed, and I did that backwards because I don't know, probably because I spent most of my childhood in the resource room when I was in school. And lastly, he comes with the hood, so you can have the hood on or hood off look. We will look at this at some point during the review. Let's look at the figure. The head sculpt is great. Fantastic. I do feel like my right eye is a little too far over to center. I'll get you zoomed in on that. But barely noticeable. The beard is painted and shaded. The hair is painted and shaded. What more could I ask for? Looks good. We then have the hood. The hood is removable. You just remove the head and then you can remove the hood and put the other one on. As you can see, the head is on a double ball peg, and then the neck itself is on a ball peg as well. So no issues there. The range of motion is slightly hindered by his hair and stuff, but you can get down to there, up to there, side to side, etc. So I think ultimately it works. What we've come to expect from them recently, we got a huge ball hinge at the shoulder that connects with a ball peg to a socket inside the chest. That acts for like a proper butterfly. This piece rotates out and gets the arm fairly far across the chest, and if you manipulate it, you can get the arm out to 90 degrees, so no issue. You also get a swivel around the shoulder, so that will act as your bicep swivel. You have a single hinge, ball hinge, basically it's not a ball, but you get the point. For an elbow, you do lose a little bit of the sculpt at an extreme, at a 90 degree angle, but a little shy of 90 degrees and you'll be able to hold it just fine. The coat itself has a dry brushing, it looks like, for some of the highlights, especially on the sleeves, so that's cool. I love how they did the hands. Usually stuff like this is very challenging to get the hands pegged in, but they put it in a little bit further up the arm sleeve so that the cuff of the shirt is connected to the hand, which creates more articulation and, you know, sort of attitude and gesture that you can put into the hand. Unfortunately, you don't get many hands to do that with. Double ball peg at the abdomen, basically. That gets you your swivel and movement forward and back, and all that works fine. You have his tunic, which is all digitally sculpted, but it looks good and it's painted as well, it looks like. And then same for this tunic down below, which is a softer goods, but it works just fine. The silver's painted on the belt. T-jointed ball joints for legs. Mine just popped off. I wonder if that's an issue. They are on Y. Actually, they're not T-jointed, they're Y-jointed, but they work just fine. The outward movement is a little restricted due to the softer plastic there, and this leg keeps popping off. So you get out about to there and forward to about to there, but he's not going to be doing any karate anyway on your shelf, so I think that that's ultimately okay. You get the swivel around the ball peg, which is fine. Single ball hinge knee. It's not really a ball, but you get it. Gets you up to 90 degrees. The pants are all sculpted beautifully. Maybe some drives, some subtle highlights going on in the wrinkles. I can't tell if it's the lights or the actual paint. And then we have the down here, the wraps that are all painted. That looks good. And then we have the feet, which are on double ball pegs. Get you an ankle tilt up, down, a little bit of a rocker, and a toe hinge, and everything is sculpted and painted on the feet as well. And the glove hand is sculpted, you know, as well, and so is the flesh hand, and they're both sculpted accurately. And then there he is from the back. So yeah, really a solid effort. This getting him into dynamic poses and stuff is going to be a bit of an issue, and that leg has a tendency to pop off, especially because that Y stem is connected to the ball peg up in here. So as you go to manipulate it, it moves around when you're trying to get it back on, which is what was giving me the problems. And there he is with his hood on and with Ray. Decent size. Final thoughts wise, my negatives are really pretty simple. One of them is the hood, the larger hood, the hood on. It doesn't really look natural. That's always a problem for hoods. I think the only one I've seen look really good is the Hot Toys Anakin. But my other main problem are the accessories. There's just not enough to really get this guy in a pose that makes you interested in what he's doing. Like here I have him just sort of looking at a necklace. I feel like if they would have given him the backpack and the staff, you know, like that just would have been a more interesting look to have him in. And it really takes away from the display ability of the figure. But the sculpt is great, the paint is great, the articulation is pretty good, at least what you would expect or need for this character. The accessories that they do give you are cool, so it is a recommend for me at the end of the day. It's just kind of difficult to figure out what to do with him. It's a challenging scenario you'll find yourself in. I always like to display him with a few accessories, but I don't really feel like any of it makes sense. So I hope that helps. And remember, if you don't want it or don't like it, you can always treat it like a lightsaber. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, until next time, take care.